Okarin Rintaro. One of them's moving. Get in there! Kill them! Damn kids. The crew cut man staggers into the development room. Acting purely on instinct, I grab Future Gadget No. 4, mowed snake, from the shelf and flick the switch. White smoke instantly fills the room, rendering it impossible to see. Kill them! Ah! Crazy! We need to go back! Okay, are you sure? Yes, we are sure now when you got shot. Are you sure about this? Really? Do it, Kurisu. Activate the machine. Ah! Pain flares in my right arm. Was I shot? It doesn't matter. I see blue-white light shining through the smoke. The discharge is starting. The light rapidly grows brighter. The floor begins to shake. The singularity is open. I crouch down, holding the headset steady with one hand. Wait for me, Mayuri. I won't die here. I cross through time to save you. Leap, my memories. Leap to the past. Leap! The world explodes into life. Chapter 6, Metaphysics Necrosis. Mayuri? Mayuri? No matter how many times I call her name, Mayuri doesn't answer. Mayuri is standing in front of a grave, gazing at the sky. Is that why she's always gazing at the sky? Because she's thinking about her parents or something? No, her parents are still alive. Grandmother, yeah, right. The grave belongs to her grandmother, who died when Mayuri was 11 years old. Her parents were always busy with work, so her grandmother was her only companion. I was close to Mayuri's family, so her death was sad for me too. At the wake, I expected Mayuri to break down and cry. She didn't. Instead, she spent the whole time gazing vacantly at her grandmother's memorial portrait. 6 months went by. I had advanced to middle school, so Mayuri and I no longer commuted together. But whenever I passed the cemetery on the way home, Mayuri would always be standing there. Every day, rain or shine, she would stand for hours before the graves, staring wordlessly at the sky as if she could see her grandmother's in heaven. In her hands, an old pocket watch. A watch had belonged to her grandmother. Mayuri always held it when visiting the grave. Mayuri? No matter how many times I called her name, Mayuri did not answer. Back then, Mayuri wouldn't talk to anyone. Not to me, not even to her parents. Whenever I saw her standing there, staring at the sky, I felt unease grip my heart. Her gaze was so earnest, her intentions so pure, that I feared some power might grant her wish, and carry her off to heaven to join her beloved grandmother. And so, to ensure that nothing like that happened, I made sure to stop by the cemetery every day. I would stand next to the sky-gazing Mayuri and call her name. Mayuri? But no matter how many times I'd call her, Mayuri wouldn't reply. The only sound in the lonely cemetery was the echo of my voice calling her name. It was raining that day too. Mayuri had a light blue umbrella. In contrast to the umbrella's color, the sky was glazed grey, covered in clouds. After a while, the rain stopped. Rays of light shone through gaps in the clouds. A stunningly beautiful sight. Rembrandt's rays, they are called, or sometimes the angel's ladder. Suddenly a strong wind swept through the cemetery. It caught Mayuri's umbrella and carried it into the sky. Mayuri seemed not to notice. She kept staring at the sky, and then slowly, so very slowly, she stretched her hand out to the sky, as if to grasp the rays of light, as if her grandmother were reaching down to pull her up. And then she lifted herself in her toes. To me, it looked like as if she were floating up towards heaven. Impulsively, I grabbed Mayuri's outstretched hand and pulled her into my embrace. In retrospect, my fears were just a childish fantasy, but at that time I truly believed that Mayuri might vanish.
どこにも行かせないぞ。
I won't let you go.
連れてなんて行かせない。
I won't let anyone take you away. I realized how embarrassing the words coming from my own mouth were.
マユリは俺の人質だ。人体実験の生贄なんだ。
You're my hostage now, my guinea pig. It was the first excuse that came to mind. Before her grandmother died, Mayuri and I were fans of a popular TV series about costumed heroes battling evil. Costumed, I mean. I particularly admired the villain, a mad scientist. I even got pretty good at mimicking his lines. Now I was doing it to hide my embarrassment. I could feel my face growing red, but I kept up to the mad scientist act all the same. If nothing else, it was better than admitting my insecurities.
どこにも逃がさないからな。
There is no escaping me. Mwahaha. Mwahaha. As I said this, I realized that Mayuri was shaking. Oh, sniff. She whispered. It was the first time in 6 months that I had heard her speak. Her voice was choked with tears. Mayushi is your hostage. I guess I'm stuck here, huh? She smiled happily. Tears fell from her eyes, and then Mayuri buried her face in my chest. Where am I? Who am I? I can't see. I can barely think. A terrible screech fills my head, like feedback from a giant speaker. It penetrates my brain like 100 sharp needles stabbing me right behind the eyes. I thought brains weren't supposed to feel pain. Be? She probably said okabe. And there's more. Feel a shiver of pleasure beneath the pain, and a terrible itching like my body is on fire.
Kabe?
Kabe. I want to crack open my skull and tear out my brain. I want to scrape out my soft grey matter with my fingers and eat it. What?
Oh?